How's it going, everyone? My name is Michael SK, and welcome back to 9 Episode 2. Well, there's a bad ending in this one. I can guarantee you that because, oh look, the main menu has changed again. And the character that this whole episode focuses on is not there because, well, this time around, literally, Sora disappeared. In Episode 1, Kujo just dies, so a little bit of a difference there, but no, that is what happened in the last episode, or the last video. Sora just straight up disappeared. I thought that we were going down the correct route. We most definitely did not, and now we have to make the other choice. But this time around, compared to Episode 1, the ending that you get is actually based on a choice you make. So it's actually the traditional, like, you know, you make your choice, you get the good ending or the bad ending sort of deal, rather than what Episode 1 did, where you absolutely have to get the bad ending, then go all the way through again, making choices that get you on the good ending route. But anyways, let us jump back in here. Basically, incest is not wincest in this episode. I think. I hope. Let's go with that. Sora's eyes go wide, but she quickly gets over her shock and puts on a brave face and a self-deprecating smile.
そうじゃない。いいよ、ごめん。忘れて。って、どうせ忘れちゃうか。ごめん。ふざけんなよ、お前。
Sora shrinks back at the anger in my voice. I grab her by the arm and glare at her.
どうせってなんだよ。消えちゃう前にってなんだよ。なんで消えること前提にそんな話してんだよ。だって。
Sora looks away. Tears are spilling from her eyes.
私、迷惑しかかけないし、消えちゃった方がいいって。んなこと思ってねえんだよ。
Her shoulders tremble. I don't think I've ever truly gotten angry at Sora before, but right now I'm furious.
それでお前が元気になるなら、頑張ろうって思えるなら、なんだってしてやるさ。けどな、なんだよ、どうせ消えるって、消えちまう前にって。最後の思い出のつもりかよ。ずっと隠してたことを、胸に秘めていたことを、そんなつもりで口にしてんじゃねえよ。お前の大事な大事な気持ちを、そんな後ろ向きな考えで口にしてんじゃねえよ。そんなの聞いてやれるわけねえだろうが、叶えてやれるわけねえだろうが、そういうことは、そういう大事なことは、元気になってから言え。そうしたら考えてやる。
Aw, man, that actually leaves the door open for the wincest.
それって頑張ったら恋人にしてくれるってこと？だからまた改めて言え。その時考える。何それ。嘘でも恋人にしてやるってそう言ってよ。お前に嘘はつかない。もうついた。何でもしてくれるって。だから言ったろ。お前が頑張ろうと思ってくれるなら、前向きになってくれるなら、何でもしてやる。けど後ろ向きな願いは、俺の記憶が消えること前提の願いは、断固として断る。何それ。何それ。ほら言え。やけくそなこと以外なら、何でも聞いてやる。お腹。よし。
I pass Sora's head and jog to the kitchen. Okay, I can already see this being the better route, honestly. Like, I don't know. I mean, he explained it already. A reason to, like, keep on, you know, not wanting to disappear. Because yeah, looking at it now, she was definitely wanting that one final thing. Not a, oh yeah, this'll keep me alive sort of thing. No, she was accepting death. I drop a slice of bread into the toaster and wait until it's toasted just the way Sora likes it. Then I grab the toast, put it on a plate, and head back to the living room. Sora looks up at me as I set the plate down in front of her, and then grabs the toast and scarfs it down without even putting any jam on it. Stifling, she wipes away her tears as she chews.
ソラ、今のは聞かなかったことにする。でも忘れたことにはしない。全部終わったらまた言ってくれよ。その時はちゃんと俺も真剣に考えて答えるから。
Nodding, Sora looks down at her plate. After a few seconds, she returns to her half-finished piece of toast. At first, I was worried. Worried that I had messed up everything when I started yelling at Sora, but in the end, I think I made the right call. Sora may not have cheered up precisely, but she at least looks like she's willing to try. Thank God. A feeling of relief floods through me. Finishing her toast seems to have given Sora her energy back. As she snatches the glass of milk, I bring her and downs it in one long go. She slams the empty glass down on the table.
寝る。なんかだるい。
ああ、おやすみ。
おやすみ。
Sora flops down onto the bed, or onto my bed, and pulls the covers up over her. She still sounds a little desperate, but at least there's life in her voice now. I think she's gonna make it. Smiling, I take her plate and glass to the sink. I mean, it's looking a lot better. Since I already washed the dishes, I may as well do the laundry too. But just as I'm going to the bathroom, I remember Sora doesn't like letting me touch her dirty clothes, especially her underwear. Guess the laundry will have to wait. I return to the living room to find Sora in the same position she was in when I left. Her breathing is measured and even, but I get the feeling she's still awake. I plop down beside the bed and pull out my phone. Still doesn't work. I at least kept Sora from disappearing, but her powers are still out of control. I managed to prevent the worst from happening, but we're hanging by a thread. She wants a romantic relationship with me. The erosion of her stigma caused her so much emotional distress that she ended up leaking her biggest secret. A wish that she's kept hidden all this time. I told Sora that I would think about it, but to be honest, I'm really not sure what to do. I pretended to act calm in front of Sora, but in truth, I'm pretty shaken. What do you do when your sister says that she's in love with you? I don't know. Double suicide? I know I shouldn't joke about that, but for the rest of the day, Sora kept falling asleep, waking up, and then falling back asleep again in 1-hour cycles. It seems using her power constantly like this is wearing her out. In retrospect, I should have realized that a while ago, but I didn't make the connection until I saw her stigma show up on her body while she slept. The main reason she broke down this morning was because she learned her powers were starting to affect me too. But I imagine part of it was also that she's just physically exhausted. Still, she's holding on for now. She even had lunch, though all I could make, was some instant ramen I had in my pantry, so it wasn't what you would call nutritious. I don't think she'll give up of her own accord anymore. She's fighting with everything she's got. As the sun is setting, Sora finally breaks out of her cycle and gets up. She grabs one of my manga, climbs back into my bed with it, and starts reading. But she seems to be having a hard time concentrating on it. Chances are, now that she's had time to calm down and think about what she said a few hours ago, she's feeling embarrassed about it. She keeps shooting me what she probably thinks are covert glances from over the pages. I could just pretend that I haven't noticed, but there's one thing I need to apologize to her for.
Sora. 今更なんだが、ゴーストへの能力解除した方がいいや。
Sora looks up from her manga and stares blankly at me.
悪い。本当今更だな。お前は分かっててそうしなかったんだろうが。あいつのことは俺が何とかしてみせるから。だから解除した方がいい。
I didn't even know she actually had a hold on her specifically.
そうしたいけど、無理なんだよね。
わからない。
制御できないっていうか、アーティファクトに見限られちゃったっていうか、もう私の手を離れちゃってる。解除したくてもできない。
そっか。もっと早く気づけばよかったな。
私のことが心配すぎて、あいつのことなんて忘れてた？
Little bit.
忘れたわけじゃないが、何としても空のことは忘れないぞって そればっかり考えてた。
Sora tries to sound uninterested, but I see the corners of her lips turn up ever so slightly before she looks back to her manga. I try to act natural. I have to, or I won't be able to make small talk like normal.
さ
And that's when Sora starts talking about the feelings that she's bottled up for all these years.
開き直って全部言っちゃうけどさ
Yeah, let's hear it.
あ
私お兄ちゃんのことほんと好きなんだよね
Okay, so I do think it was smart for us to, get the bad ending before going for what I'm believing to be the good ending here, hopefully, somewhere around here, because it kind of gave us Kakeru's perspective on this whole deal regarding Sora, the whole photo album thing, and now we get Sora's perspective. I'm trying to remain calm, but every time I hear those words, I feel my heart give a little flutter. Thank God, Sora's looking at her manga and not me. She probably doesn't have the courage to face me right now. She keeps her back turned to me and
い
continues.
つからとかきっかけとかわかんないけどでも恋とかそういうの理解できるようになった頃にはもう好きだったクラスの男の子とか全然興味なかったし1回か2回か告白されたことあって付き合っちゃえとか周りに煽られたこともあったけど無理って感じだったサッカー部のキャプテンとかさ野球部のエースとかより私は私のお兄ちゃんが良かったでもさキモいって分かってたからさ必死に隠してたでも
The manga falls from her hands. Finally, she turns to face
お
me.
兄ちゃんなんとなく気づいてたでしょ
Yeah.
やっぱりバレてたか
いや
私のアルバム見たでしょ
Yeah.
いや
めっちゃ動揺してんじゃん見てんじゃん
いや見てない。
いや見てんじゃん絶対見てんじゃん
いや旅行とかの写真だと思ったんだよ。あんな内容だと思ってなかったんだよ。
あんな内容ってやっぱ見てんじゃん
Yeah, good thing we got that bad ending, because if I chose this route from the get-go, then I'd have absolutely no idea what was in there,
悪い。
unless it's about to be explained. Sora buries her face in the pillow and thrashes her legs. That album is Sora's darkest secret. It's just a plain old photo album, except that every single picture in it is of me, and only me. I stumbled on it a long time ago.
出しっぱ
Yeah, that
な
was
しに
very
した
brief.
私も悪いけどさなんで妹のアルバム勝手に見るかない
やだから家族写真だと思ったんだよ。旅行行ったろあの頃。
アルパカ可愛かった
そうお前写真撮りまくってたからそれかなって思ったんだよ。
そうですよ撮りまくってましたよ動物とお兄ちゃんの写真を
みたいだな。
An awkward silence descends. She's right. I've suspected for a long time that Sora was in love with me. But since she worked so hard to hide it, I thought it'd be better to pretend I hadn't noticed. I thought she wanted to protect our bond as siblings. So I never told her about finding that album.
もうさ全部言っちゃうけど
ああ
あれはさ現像できるやつなんだよね
現像できる。
Yeah, wait a minute. Hold on a
自
second.
分でもどうかなって思って現像してないのあるんだよね
なんか強烈な一枚があるのか。
一枚じゃない
Huh?
何枚くらい？
数百枚
What the fuck, dude?
数百枚。
寝顔
寝顔。
お兄ちゃんの寝顔
俺の寝顔？
うん
毎日？
毎日ではないけどスマホ買ってもらってからできる限り
Man, good thing we moved out.
お前もしかして
うん
うちに泊まりたがったの増やすためか？
はい
ちょ
引いてる
Yes.
気持ち悪いな。
そんなはっきり言うことないじゃん。
Sora shoots up into a sitting position and glares at me. I guess that was a bit blunt. However,
全部受け止めるつもりだったが、想像を超えてたわ。ドン引きだわ。
だからまあ仕方ないじゃん。そういうやり方でしか何そう欲求満たせなかったの。
that doesn't make it right.
てかさ、お兄ちゃんだってあるでしょ。私の下着使っていかがわしいことしたことあるでしょ。
ねえよ、ふざけんな。
私はあるけどな。
God fucking damn it.
あんのかよ。全部話せ。もうこの際全部話せ。隠してたこと。
おいよ、話してやるよ。もうやばいな、全部話しちゃったけど。
And so we spend the rest of the evening getting real. Aside from this one little thing, okay, fine, this one big thing, I always thought that Sora and I were so tight that we didn't hide anything from each other. Why is... Dog, go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Okay, my dog doesn't want to be in my room anymore, so I gotta deal with that. Okay, we're good. But you know, I think this is the first time we've truly laid everything bare to each other. We talk for hours, late into the night. Sora tells me all the crazy stuff she did to try to suppress her feelings for me, including writing a passionate love letter to me and then tearing it to shreds. Apparently the reason she always wanted to take baths together was that she's been holding out hope that I'd fall for her the way she did for me. Basically, she tells me a bunch of her embarrassing stories, and in return, I'm honest with her as well. I admit to her that seeing her naked does turn me on a little bit, but that's a regular human reaction, so we'll just brush that off. She yells at me and calls me a deviant. What the fuck? But I can tell that she's kind of happy about it. Oh, we're a deviant for that one problem. It's gotten pretty late. We kept it up right through dinner, just reminiscing, thinking back on all the crazy shit that we've ever done and telling each other about it. After a while, we ran out of stories and confessions, so we just started talking about the movies that we'd recently seen or the manga that we were reading. It was just pointless small talk, but we couldn't stop ourselves. Maybe it's our way of making sure that we never forget about each other. But now it's gotten pretty late, and Sora is blinking and rubbing her eyes. She never says a word about being tired though. Our situation is precarious enough as it is, and Sora's afraid that if she goes to sleep, she'll disappear while she's unconscious, which is why I'm not suggesting she go to sleep either. The clock ticks midnight, but neither of us is willing to sleep. We munch on some late night snacks in silence. At this point, we've both run out of things to say. Trying to fill the silence, I put on a movie. We don't talk much during the movie, only occasionally commenting on something happening on screen, and time slowly slips by. 2 a.m. Come to think of it, neither of us has taken a bath yet, but it is way too damn late for me to even think about cleaning the tub. Sora gets up to take a shower anyway, saying that she wants to wash off the drowsiness. But before she can head to the bathroom, yep, there she is. Yep, you made it in time this time around. Sophie appears in a starburst display of purple light. Same needlessly flashy entrance as always. She made it in time. Wait, that means...
できたのか。
たった今ね。アーティファクトの契約解除できる薬。
ああ、そうだ。もう心配しなくていいぞ、ソラ。
I'm sure there's a but somewhere in here.
よかった。
Man, let me get a drink. The strength drains from Sora's limbs and she slides to the ground. She did it. She held out. I'm so happy I want to hug her, but given the recent developments, it suddenly feels awkward too. While I'm hesitating like an idiot, Sophie unzips herself and spits something out onto the table.
うわ、汚ねえな。
汚くないわよ。失礼ね。念のために2本持ってきてあげたわよ。これが。
Alrighty. Sora reaches for one of the vials and stares at it intently. The glass cylinder is filled with an amber-colored liquid. So this is ambrosia, the miracle drug that can cancel a contract between an artifact and its user. Sora won't have to disappear. I'm so glad.
これって飲めば。
Oh, I have no idea what she said there. She dropped it. A thick needle sticks out. Oh, that is not a drink. A thick needle sticks out of one end of it. I could have sworn that wasn't there a second ago.
まさか注射？
そうね。針の逆側にボタンがあるでしょ。体のどこでもいいからその針を刺して。
そっか。注射か。こんなぶっとい針を。
心配しなくても体に傷はつかないわよ。
そうなの？
その注射器、アーティファクトの力の応用なのよ。つまり肉体ではなく魂に刺さる針。
ああ、ゴーストのあの槍と同じか。
そう。痛みはあるけれど肉体は傷つかない。魂に直接アンブロシアを注入する。飲んでもいいんだけどその方が早く効くの。
それで仮死状態？
少しの間眠るだけよ。
Sophie trails off. The two of us tense up slightly.
このアンブロシアはこちらの世界の人間に合わせて調整はされているけれど、あくまでも1000年前の人間なのよ。以前よりもあなたたちの魂の力が劣化している可能性がある。つまりこれでもまだ強すぎるかもしれない。
I'm going to assume that something will come of it. Maybe not like death, but something not as bad. Hopefully something good. Because the other route was just, the bad ending.
霊薬を使っても、ソラ、あなた死ぬかもしれないわよ。
Sora stares blankly at the vial in her hand. But after a few seconds, she looks back up at Sophie, her expression resolved. She came to a decision surprisingly quickly.
でも使わなくても私消えるんだよね。
ええ、そうね。
じゃあ使うよ。それしかないじゃん。お兄ちゃんに言わなきゃいけないこともあるし。
Sora turns and looks at me. There's a fierce determination in her eyes. She's shed all hesitation.
よし、じゃあ早速注射しちゃおう。もう消えちゃうかもってビクビクするのやだ。てわけでお兄ちゃんお願いします。
俺か。
自分でやる勇気はありません。お願いします。
よし、わかった。
横になった方がいいわよ。急に意識を失うかもしれないから。
うっす、了解っす。
Sora hands me the syringe and lies down on my bed. She rolls up a pajama sleeve and stretches her bare arm out toward me.
腕にお願いします。
わかった。
お兄ちゃん、兄さん、兄上、顔が怖いんですけど。
いや、だってなあ。
Now that I've gotten a closer look at it, the needle's practically as thick as those what we used in art class in elementary school? Augers? It's massive. Curious, I press the tip against my finger. Sorry guys, I don't know art. That hurts alright, but like Sophie said, it doesn't actually leave a mark. I'm not bleeding either. Alright, I guess it'll be safe, probably.
空のアーティファクトはどれ？
カバンの中。
このカバン？
違う、そう、そっち。小さい方。
あった。これは私が預かっておくわね。かける？いつでもいいわよ。
わかった。よし、やるぞ。
はい。
多分そこそこ痛いぞ。
はい。
力抜け。
Oh my god, just do it already.
待って、カウントダウンするんで。
はいはい。じゃあ5。
私がするんで、私が言うんで、ゼロって言ったら刺して、ゼロって言ったら。
わかった。
やべえ、注射怖え。じゃあ行くね。
ああ。
30。
Oh my god.
長えよ、アホかよ。
10。
10でも長えな。
9、8、7、6。
Thank you.
よし、そのままじっとしてろ。
おい、まだ6だろ。なんで刺した？なんで？
暴れんなって。
I hold Sora's arm in place and push down the button on the syringe. There's a slight hiss and the liquid in the vial slowly trickles into Sora.
くそいて。
It only hurts because you think it hurts.
大丈夫か？
大丈夫ない。くそい
Sora goes limp. Passed out. Wow. And with possibly the most unladylike expression I've ever seen. I gingerly pull out the needle and then gently close Sora's half-open eyes and mouth before getting to my feet.
大丈夫なのかこれ。
絶対にとは言い切れないけれど、あんなに元気があれば平気じゃないかしら。本当に騒がしいわね、この子。
Yeah. Let's just roll with that.
今朝は落ち込んでてや
We
ばか
don't
った
need to
よ
get into the
持ち直してくれてよかったよ。
we don't need to get into the specifics.
契約の破棄には30分から数時間ね。個人差で大きく変わる。それと説明し忘れたけれど、契約が破棄されても消えた記憶が戻るとは限らないわよ。
いいさ。俺がしっかりと覚えている。
そんな前向きなあなたにいいニュースよ。
あ、なんだよ。
フードのあの子が目覚めたわ。
Oh, lovely.
は
For a moment, I doubt my ears. Ghost is back?
今
え、たった今。
The relief I felt upon saving Sora vanishes. Now? Seriously? You've got to be kidding me.
タイミングが良すぎる。
そうね。こちらの状況を把握している。
今どこにいる？
さっきの言葉訂正するわ。たった今すでに目覚めていることを確認できた。
すでに？
消えた人間は追跡できないからレイヤって子をずっと監視していたのよ。空にアンブロシアが注入された直後にレイヤにあの子からメッセージが送られた。内容はちょっと待って、翻訳中。音声だったらすぐにわかるんだけれど文字は面倒ね。
高峰の様子は？
やっと返事が来たって喜んでいるわね。お待たせ、翻訳完了。ただの世間話を装っているけれどこちらへのメッセージとも取れるわね。
教えてくれ。
今神社にいるそうよ。ああ、本当にいるわね。あらやだ、あの子独り言話し始めたわ。
独り言？なんで？
またよろしく頼むぜ、お兄ちゃん。
Sounds about right. No doubt about it. Ghost is trying to provoke me. That's why she revealed herself now and sent a message to Takamine. What's more, she knows Sophie is monitoring her. And worse, she has an ally who's monitoring us as well. That's gotta be how she has all this information on us. She's telling us not to be in such a hurry to celebrate. Talk about twisted. However,
チャンスだな。
I pull off my shirt. As I change into something suitable for going out, I turn to Sophie.
協力してくれないか？
まさか会いに行く気？
あ
空を置いて？
あ、
あなたらしくない決断に思えるけれど一応聞きましょうか。
一つはあいつの居場所が分かっていること。あいつその気になればいつでも空の能力を解除できた。だったらもっと早く解除すればよかったんだ。俺が空のことで右往左往しているうちに殺しに来ればよかったんだ。にもかかわらずしなかった。あいつは俺を舐め腐ってる。俺をビビらせて優位に立ってじわじわなぶり殺そうとしている。だから今がチャンスだ。あいつが油断しているうちに、あいつがどこにいるのか分かっているうちに。
あなた。
I flash Sophie a bitter smile before turning to the empty syringe on the table.
ずっと考えていた。どうすればこれから安心できるのか、空を不安にさせずに済むのか。そのためにはこれじゃダメだ。この霊薬でアーティファクトを全て奪ってもあいつは別のアーティファクトと再契約できる。あいつがいる限り俺たちは狙われる。それじゃダメなんだ。
Okay, but if she actually does have somebody that's actually watching us, somebody like Sophie, then wouldn't they know about the ambrosia?
あいつは再起不能にしなければいけない。そうしなければいけないんだ。
それがどういうことか。
当然だろ。
そう。方法は？
俺にアーティファクトをくれないか。あいつに対抗できる力を。
そうでしょうね。そう言うと思ったわ。
Sophie heaves a sigh. Right now I'm powerless. The artifact I originally bonded with still has not awoken. So I have to get an artifact I can use from Sophie and have her teach me how to forcibly form a contract with it. This is my only shot. I've got to persuade her. I finish changing and look Sophie in the eyes.
頼むソフィー。
結論を出す前に最後まで聞かせて。
最後？
一つはって言ったでしょ。二つ目も三つ目も全部話して。
ああ、そのことか。わかった。話す。二つ目は俺にも空の能力がかかっていること。今朝の時点で母親に忘れられてた。
フードの子は覚えているわよ。不意打ちできるかもって考えているなら甘いんじゃないかしら。
それは分かってる。重要なのは九条と結城の方だ。
どういうこと？協力できないじゃない。二人の記憶が戻ることを期待して今は待った方がいいと思うけれど。
But you can also argue that it's better to act now, act fast.
逆だ。こういう言い方はなんだけど、二人が障害になるかもしれない。
Also, I think somebody commented in a previous episode that, like, we won't be seeing Kujo any more times this entire episode. So, well, two things. One, I think we're near the end. And two, well, we're not going to cooperate with Kujo and probably not Yuki here.
ああ、そういうこと。
If that is the case. Sophie picks up on what I'm implying and I nod in confirmation.
九条も結城も正義感が強い。特に結城は正義にこだわっていた。九条は俺を止めると思う。結城は下手したら敵に回る。何にせよ絶対面倒なことになる。だから今しかない。
ふーん、ドライな決断をするのね。
必要だからな。誰かがやらなくちゃいけない。
三つ目は？
あいつがこっちの状況をかなり正確に把握していること。多分住所もバレてると考えた方がいい。
And I'm sure she can probably get information of us out of Kosaka senpai.
つまり家にいる間も安心できないってことだね。というかあいつはアーティファクトの収集が目的なんだ。契約を破棄された空のアーティファクトもあいつは欲しいんじゃないか。
I don't know if that's possible because Sophie has already collected it.
今すぐにでも乗り込んでこられたら俺は空を守りきれる自信がない。
その可能性もないとは言えないけれど。
分かってる。かなり低い。あいつがアーティファクトを使って人を殺すのは証拠を残さないためだと思う。だから住居侵入なんてリスクは冒さないはずだ。だがもしかしてという恐怖心を植え付けられた。警戒しないわけにはいかない。ビクビクしながら毎日を過ごすことになる。いつあいつは殺しに来るんだろうってな。それにあいつは契約を破棄したと知っていても空を狙う。自分を知っている人間をそのままにしておくはずがないから。どうせいつかはこっちから攻めなくちゃいけないんだ。それが今だ。今やるしかない。
納得できなくもないけれど。四つ目あるんでしょ。カッコなんてつけずあなたの本心を聞かせてほしいものね。
空が目覚めた時言ってやりたいんだ。もう空に怖い思いはさせたくない。
Damn. What an absolute, like, different main character compared to episode 1. Like, Kakeru was okay. Like, he had some moments, he had some low moments in episode 1. Here, he's been a lot more upstanding. Like, as a brother, sure. He's also just been actually caring of a lot of things going on here. I think his reasonings for wanting to do what he's doing all line up a whole lot better. I stare straight into Sophie's eyes. I can't believe she saw right through me. I came up with all these logical arguments, but Sophie was absolutely right. There's exactly one reason I want to end things right now. I don't want Sophie to be in danger. If that means harming someone else to keep her safe, I'll do it. It's that simple. For Sora's sake, I'm going to end this here and now. That's the only reason I need.
空いた容器返してくれる？
ああ。
I hand the syringe to Sophie. I guess this means she won't help me. How am I going to convince her to change her mind? I start desperately casting around for other arguments, but it seems that won't be necessary. Sophie unzips herself and swallows the vial along with my hand. I feel the weight of the vial disappear, but a second later, something else falls into my palm. Surprised, I pull my hand back out. The syringe is gone, but something else has taken its place. A test tube. Not unlike the syringe I just returned to Sophie. It's filled with a strange silver liquid that resembles mercury.
これは。
今あなたに渡せるアーティファクトはそれだけ。
This is an artifact?
その容器で休眠させているの。アーティファクトは使用者によってその姿を変えるけれど、休眠中はほぼ液体ね。この状態なら容易に体内に取り込める。
体内に。それが強制的に契約を結ぶ方法なんだな。
ええ。
I grip the test tube tightly as a warmth spreads through me. With this, I can finally fight.
ありがとう、ソフィー。協力してくれて。
もう覚悟は決めているみたいだし、魔眼を回収できるなら文句もないし。
Yeah, technically the goals do align here.
それにあなたが失敗しても他の枝に期待すればいいだけ。ローリスクハイリターン。かける価値はそれなりにある。
God, she's so damn smug. But you know, I think this means Sophie finally trusts me. And that makes me a little happy.
取り込む。この容器、さっきのみたいに注射器になってるのか？
いいえ、蓋を開けて飲み込みなさい。
Yeah, alright.
そっか。物理的に取り込むのか。よし。
I take off the ornately decorated lid. The artifact burbles, expanding slightly. I guess this means it's awakening from its dormant state. Down the hatch then, before this thing disappears.
ためらわないわね、あなた。
The artifact sticks in my throat, refusing to go down. Choking, I suppress my gag reflex and force it down my throat. If I were in a video game, this would be the moment for bright light to envelop me, and I'd get a cool victory jingle or something. Sadly, nothing of the sort happens. But I do feel a sensation spread from my stomach through the rest of my body. It's as if something that isn't a part of me is pouring its knowledge and will into every one of my blood vessels, slowly assimilating with me.
なるほど。こういう感覚か。
今回は使い方がちゃんと分かったよね。
ああ、それにこのアーティファクトか。
大げさね。すぐに準備できるのがそれしかなかっただけよ。
とにかくありがとう。これならあいつとも十分にやり合える。
Okay, but what is our ability? I return the empty test tube to Sophie before turning to Sora. Fast asleep. I squat down next to her and stroke her hair. I'll be back soon, Sora. I promise. I'm gonna put an end to everything, and then I'm coming back to you. Wait for me until then, Sora.
ソフィー、悪いが付き合ってもらうぞ。
あなた一人で行っても返り討ちでしょうし、協力を求めたのはこっちだし、仕方ないわね。今日は占いの結果も良かったし、付き合ってあげるわよ。
ありがとう。助かる。
せめて都がいてくれるといいのだけど、あの子は魔眼の天敵だから。
そうなのか？アーティファクトが見えてないと盗めないだろう。
そうじゃなくて、あ、いいわ。説明が面倒。さっさと行きましょう。
ああ、高坂先輩も力になってくれそうな気がするが、どうせスマホが使えない。連絡が取れない以上、一人で行くしかないな。
お人よしよね。
なんだよそれ。
一人で行くのは背負わせたくないからでしょ。他の子たちに。
そういうの分かってても言うなよな。野暮だぞ。
あなたが聞くからじゃない。
はいはい。
書き置きでもしてあげたら。起きてあなたがいなかったら泣き出すわよ。
ああ、そうだな。
I feel like that'll like turn against us somehow. I have a bad feeling. I pull my notebook and a pen out of my school bag. Guess I can't tell Sora the truth. It pains me to lie to her, but I just write down I'm making a quick trip to the convenience store on one of the pages and rip it out. I put down my pen, look over at Sora, and stroke her hair again. And then I get to my feet and stride out of the living room without turning the lights off. Sophie floats alongside me, matching my pace.
せっかくあげたアンブロシア、持っていかないの？
契約の破棄が目的じゃない。それに、奪われてもしたらこっちがピンチだ。
Alright.
それもそうね。
I mean, I like the original plan. Sophie floats up and lands on my head.
おい、なんだよ。
魔眼対策よ。
What the fuck?
うわ、なんだ？
Sophie stretches herself over my head and my vision goes black. But then a second later, it returns to normal. Though it still feels like there's something wrapped around my head.
おい、なんだよ。
鏡を見たらわかるわよ。
Sophie's voice sounds like it's coming from right next to my ear. I obediently head to the mirror over the sink. The top half of my face is covered by a stretched out version of the creepy plushie that Sophie manipulates. Freaky.
マスク？
そう。魔眼のトリガーは目と目が合うこと。条件が成立してしまったら、私がすぐに遮断してあげる。
Well, that's one artifact. That's one artifact power she can't use against us. Then that works out. Everything goes dark again, and a moment later, my sight returns. I get it now.
お前、変身までできるのか。すごいな。
減退だもの。思い通りよ。
ふん。いいじゃん。ヒーローみたいだ。
本気？あなた、センス最悪ね。
Okay, cool. You have no tact. We have no style.
おい、お前が言うなよ。
私を着こなせないあなたが悪いのよ。
はいはい。ゴーストはまだ神社にいるか。
ええ。
着いたらよろしく頼む。
任せてちょうだい。
I hope so. Sophie undoes the transformation and returns to being a plain old plushie. Well, a plain old plushie that floats. Now I've got both an artifact and a defense against the evil eye. I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
行こう。ソフィー、奴と決着をつける。
Yeah, for episode 2, that is. Unfortunately, things won't be completely wrapped up, I'm sure, but I am curious to see how things will go here. I think episode 3 will be a very interesting one, since Kosaka will be a very big, well, obviously a very big role to play in that one. But yeah, we will wrap it up for this video. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy jazz, and looks like next time it's time for a bit of a showdown. Hope you guys are ready. I know I am. Anyways, yeah, thank you all for watching, and you all have a good night, morning, whatever it is. Take it easy.